20th, and just a couple notes of what's left to be done on the house. As you can see here, the drywaller has been here, done some patches all through the house, and that was missed. I think there's some notes on the kitchen island, so that this was missed, one of 2 places I've seen. And this is in the master bath. The ceiling still has grout or mortar on the ceiling here above the master shower. That'll either have to be finished with drywall or paint, probably paint, but and the seams where the tile meets the wall need to be sealed up here too, along here. The corners were cleaned up a bit when the drywallers was here, and a little ugly spot up there was kind of cleaned up a bit. Other than that, the caulking and everything seems to be done. The trim guy, who I was informed on Monday that he would be here on Tuesday or so, still hasn't been here. The gaps are still here. The trim's sitting down on the island, so wait for him to come back. Still, flooring guy still needs to come back, but I guess I don't know when he'll be back. But the transition strips needs to be nailed down there. Transition strip here, and then another transition strip back in the back bathroom where carpet goes to tile, and that's here. So other than that, these holes have been filled where they remove the mirror, so they'll do touch-up paint when the painter comes back. There's poplar board down on the kitchen island to replace this because this was not done according to our request. It's supposed to look like the model home, and there's poplar to be stained. The painter's waiting on the trim guy to replace this, so when they come back to finish the stairs, they'll get that complete. But he put a sample on here the other day. You can't really tell from the video, but this is going to be the end up being the finish here on the whole stairs. And it's supposed to take out all the ugly marks and runs and uneven finish that we've talked about previously. The drywaller missed a spot here, even though we left notes on the counter and tried to draw his attention with the stuff laying on the floor, but just for that shows outside of the trim line needs to be filled with mud. Easy fix. Here's the trim I was discussing, the poplar board and the filler strip and crown to be placed up there. When the drywaller came back, he fixed pretty much everything on our list. It seems like he knew where the list was because he hit some of the smaller obscure items like up there. See there, he patched there. So hopefully we'll get those fixed in some manner. Fix the trim above there. Yeah, there was a gap there. This seems to be fixed now. I think Rick ordered the piece, a replacement for this. There was a crack here and it's been replaced. Looks like the drywaller did a little bit of inspection, so you got some of the little nitpicky areas and stuff here that had small dings or uneven finish in the drywall. The painter said that he would like to draw the baseboard cleaned really well before he comes back and does the finish. There is a small layer of dust all through the floor and through the house, countertops, real fine layer. Should probably be wiped off, he said, before he comes back to do his final baseboard touch-up and paint and caulk. Just another small reminder that this basement door here doesn't quite latch. There you go, give it a little shove and it latches, but wants to swing open too if it's not really latched well. The stair nose here was discussed, but it, it's a slightly different finish and a little uneven right here. It sticks up a bit, but it does need to be tacked down, I think. So it is pretty loose. I can wiggle it with one hand fairly easy. Looks like there's a big splinter here. Look at that later. A little splinter on the stairs. But still unsure why these cables are down. I meant to ask Rick about that when I ran into him, but you know what this is all about and where my coax and phone line need to run into the house. I haven't noticed that, but I need to ask him that. sure orientation's coming up soon, and need to get those questions answered. Seems like these areas have been foamed now. You can't see the daylight anymore. Clears up a little bit mud. I'll look at these from the outside. It's a muddy mess outside, but you can't see the daylight anymore. So those areas have been foamed. I'll check the outside finish and see if it's been waterproofed a little bit. There's the foam we used. Just record this in case I ever need it again later. Still need some light bulbs here. Several light bulbs around the place that still need to be put in, but that's no big deal. We'll take care of those. Probably the most difficult one to install would be outside this window here and upstairs next to the master bedroom window. There's a motion light that doesn't have bulbs in it. Also looks like the yard is drying up a little bit. I'm going to try to get a hold of the guy that does the aerator on-site sewage system and get them out here. So they need a couple good dry days, but it's been dry now for a day and a half. It looks like it could be dry enough tomorrow to do this. They removed the trash bin yesterday, left some ruts, but Rick said that they probably come back and dress this just a little bit. Can't see the shadows, but there's some trash left over. But no, need to dress the yard or put a blade over it. Maybe move a couple scoops of dirt here in this little landscaped area. Got some areas there. Rick said that they would do that when their excavator or yard guy comes back. Some small areas on the front door here. Tried to show in my last video, couldn't tell, but just for the paint guy to hit those when he comes back. It's just dirt, but just where this lock is banged around, people moving stuff in and out of the house, should be cleaned up and touched up. There's my door swinging open. Oh, another spot where the drywaller missed here. Mentioned that in the last video, and Rick said that they would take care of these things. I think he left this in the node underneath or on the island, but it wasn't taken care of.